Greetings. I wanted to continue the series on forgiveness for healing and talk about what's been happening and how effective it's been. I'm still working with the book Forgiveness is Bliss. I am feeling a little better. I'm feeling better more during the early part of the day. And right now I'm having a reaction to being on recording, so I'm a little nervous and shaky. But overall, I'm feeling better. And I will say that I feel the work I'm doing is working. I haven't moved forward yet. I've decided that I'm going to stick with it. And one of the things I'm doing is the forgiving the past and the Ho'oponopono. And I made a list of about 20 people that I felt some kind of emotion about. And I decided I would go through that list with the Ho'oponopono and what is in the book in terms of shining the white light on them and in the situation. And I feel that it's working because I noticed that I don't have any emotion, negative emotion around the person. And I'm actually realizing that I did love them at one time and I'm restoring the love. And something is happening. Let's just not say it's working. Let's say something mysterious is happening. The first thing that happened is I got a message from a young lady that lives here in Barbados as well. I'll call her C in case I have to go back to figure out who I was talking about. And she checked on me to see how I was doing. We seemed to be hit or miss for years. Um, we enjoy each other's company when we're together, but it's limited, and we're each. She's busy, I would say. So we never really, and when we do commit to something, it seems like something always gets in the way, and we don't seem to get together. So she texted me and said she wanted to get together, which I thought was amazing. We haven't gotten together, but the fact that she connected with me and asked me when I'd be available, we set a day. The day came and gone, but nevertheless, she reached out to me out of the blue. The second person was another person like that. We get together. When we get together, we love spending time together. But it's limited and it's hard to catch up with her. She's busy. Um, she doesn't return my calls. But when we get together, it's love all the way. So it's not like I feel like she's avoiding me or anything. She texts me, and the text read, "Your presence is in demand. Your presence is in demand. When are you available?" So, for what it's worth, I gave her a date that I'd be available, and I hope that we get together. But if we don't, it's part of this. Everything is mysteriously coming together with people reaching out to me. The next thing, I was at a party. I'm going to write it down. It was actually karaoke. And I wasn't going to go, but my husband insisted that I go. Not insisted, but encouraged me to go. And I took a nap so I'd be ready. I'd have enough energy. And I made sure I got dressed before he got home to pick me up. And then we had to go pick up my sister. And we had to drop somebody off. So it was a night. Anyway, it was the time that we were going out was the time I usually go to bed. It's the point I'm trying to make. And I put on my best face, and we went, not faces and makeup, but my attitude. And when I got there, I was feeling a little out of place because I haven't really been out that much. I haven't been out at all, really. That was like my debut, my first time out in years at night in Barbados. So, well, period. I'm trying to get comfortable. So we went there, and you know how you go to a place and you wind up coming into the entrance, and the entrance is the stage. And I'm saying to myself, oh my God. And then the seats, all the best seats that are available are benches, and I need to have a steady, secure seat with a back. And my husband knew that, and he was very kind, trying to make sure that I got that. So it took us a minute to be seated, but we wound up taking the bench because I figured I could sit with my back to the table. As soon as we walk in on the pasture, a lady that I had met at a friend's house, she hugs me and kisses me all over my face. And I love her. I think she's a great person, but I don't know her that well. So I was very, very pleased that she had that kind of reaction to me because I like her as a person. What was funny, the way I know her is that she looks like somebody else. And I greeted her on the street one time thinking it was the other person. So then I saw her again, and she said, "Yeah, it was her that I mistakenly thought was someone else." So that was pretty much the only conversation I've had with her, and she was really very loving to me, and that was so beautiful. So then my husband's friend came over, and he told her that we needed a chair with a back. So he said it to his friend, and in 5 seconds, the man came back with the chair with the back and put it right where I had a perfect view of the stage. It was very close to the place where the people were singing. It was amazing. It was nothing. It was miraculous because there was no seats there, but he found one. Let's see. Then I told the story already of the lady who I'll call M saw me at a party, which I told you guys I don't go anywhere. But I go to that one thing every month. And she saw me and she came over and she asked me, "Do you live here?" And I said yes. And then she introduced herself. And I told him, she asked me my name. I told her my name. She introduced herself. And the name sounded familiar. And I asked her if she was the person who went to a church that I remember the name from, because I remember her name because she was part of the board. So her name was mentioned often. First of all, I can't believe I remembered her name and that she was from where I remembered her from. So that was a miracle. And I'm still seeking clarity around why I'm connected to her right now. And so I'm going back and listening to this messages from that church, feeling as though there's something in it for me that I need. There's two more, but I'll just go through one. I had some plumbing work done on my house and about a year ago, and it failed. And we had been trying to get in touch with the plumber. He came back and started working on. When he finished the work, he sat down and was talking to me about him, his illness, how he is so thankful and grateful. It was just a beautiful conversation. We talked for about an hour or more. So I say all that to say there's definitely I'm not even leaving home. I'm getting this guy came to my house. And he told me when he left, call him anytime, you know. So it was a nice connection, reconnection, because we have a connection from before in terms of working on the house and to installing the plumbing. So it's very mysterious how all these things are happening, but I decided that it's time to move on to the next exercise. And I'm looking forward to seeing where that brings me. But I do feel better, and I feel like the forgiveness work that I'm doing through the Forgiveness is Bliss book is working. It's doing something in the universe. And I'm thanking God, I'm thanking the universe for showing me signs and wonders that proof that this is the work I need to do for my healing. I hope that it helps somebody. And I know that I'm supposed to make these videos too. I hope it helps somebody. God bless. Peace and love.